Welcome, welcome. Come on in. We are so excited to share with you the update. Full moon retreat coming up in just a couple days. So as you arrive, please say hello, drop us some emojis, tell us you love us. We all need some love, right? We love you. Yes. And ask questions, share insights, share wisdom, and I look forward to sharing more with all of you. So I'm getting a fun echo. Isn't BeLive fun? Let's see. I'm going to try turning this thing
You're
on.
fine on this end. From my standpoint, it's not doing it, but.
Is that better? No, it's not.
Now it's actually, it wasn't, I wasn't hearing it before. Were you, Teresa?
I'm not going to talk.
I couldn't hear it before. So. Might have been on your end.
Is that better now, Robyn?
Yeah, much better.
Okay, I'll just have to deal with the sound in my ear. All right, so we have got a fun video for you today and a really, really exciting event coming up on Sunday. So I hope you all can join us, and please invite your friends, share this video. And you never know who needs some activation and inspiration in their life. So while we're taking the time to share the video and say hello, I'm going to burn my nubbin of Palo Santo. I'm promising to bring a fresh Palo Santo on Sunday, and I will also be bringing my special copal that was gifted to me by my pine tree friend that grows right down the block from my house. So,
nice.
Here's some Palo Santo energy for all of you. Breathe it in.
Thank you.
Coming into the present moment now, arriving in this moment together. I want to introduce myself and my beautiful friends to all of you. I am Kira Lani. I help healers master their energy. I bring people back to their true nature through tree gong healing. And I am so excited to be sharing space with the lovely Teresa Warren and Robyn McClendon. So, ladies, will you please introduce yourselves to our lovely audience? Teresa, you can go first. Sorry.
I was going to wait. Hi, I'm Teresa Warren. I'm a part of the Akashic Academy where I actually met these wonderful people. I actually met Kara a little bit before, but still, it's a wonderful thing to be a part of. And these full moon ceremonies that we've been doing every month is so much fun. I am an Akashic Records practitioner, and just on the 16th, I got my certified angel guide certificate for finishing that course. So learning, oh my God, I just love to learn. Yeah, woo, woo, woo. It's so much fun. All the things that we can do, all the support that we have, even amongst each other and amongst our cosmic friends, it's just a beautiful place to be, and it's a beautiful time to be alive on the earth. And I'm so excited about our full moon retreat and the things that you guys and us are going to do. Woo.
Woohoo.
Absolutely. I'm excited myself. And once again, just thank you guys for inviting me to be with you guys on this incredible fire moon and for this ceremony and retreat that we'll be doing. I'm Robyn McClendon. I'm an artist. I'm a healer. I'm an archaeomythologist. I'm a Reiki master. And as an archaeomythologist, for those of you who may not know what that is, and it's one of those sort of melded together names where, as a study of textural material from cultures and from, I love ancient artifacts. I love things with symbols on them. I'm a big storyteller, and I love the coming together of those things in the form of a story and we all are telling our stories. And what's so important during these times is that we're learning our own visual vocabularies, because we're moving more into a culture that's more telepathic now, where we're looking at symbols, like pictures worth 1,000 words, where we're intuiting symbols and signs so much differently. And the way we tell our stories through these are so empowering. So I've enjoyed this for 30 plus years, and I'm so glad now the time is finally right to be a part of this, of something I really, really love doing. So thank you, ladies, and I'm excited to.
Yeah, thank you for that tidbit, Robyn. I love that. And it's, yeah, so powerful to touch into that, the power of the images. I love it. I'm just going to say hello to those of you that are commenting. Hello, Linda. Thank you for the loads of love. We are sending loads of love back to you.
Absolutely.
So much love. We can all use more love and expand the love and the light. And Linda says, learning is soul food.
It's soul food. It really is.
Yes, it's true. Yes. And hello, beautiful Kenzel. Thank you for sharing. And if you are not seeing your comments pop up right now and you are commenting, that may be because you're watching us on a different page. So if so, just click on the video and it will bring you to the original post. I have switched from posting these videos on my personal page to my business page. And the reason for that is that then they will all be in one place where you can go back and watch all the replays and find them easily. And that was something I just figured out this week. So hopefully it will all catch this video, and you have not yet liked the page Tree Gong Healing, please do, after this video, like Tree Gong Healing, and then you will get the notifications directly when I post the videos there. And enough of the technical logistics. Now let's get on with the show. So first, I would like to describe to you what it is that we will be doing on Sunday. And then as we go through the show, we'll see what comes up as the special offering that we will bring through for you today as you're watching live or watching the replay. We always like to give you a little taste of the energy. The power of the collaboration is not to be discounted. When you bring together what I have to offer with Teresa and the lovely Robyn, then it is not just like 1 + 1 + 1 = 3. It's like 3 cubed into infinity. The amplification is exponential. And that also includes what each one of you who will be joining us for the retreat will bring. Each one of you has a special gift to offer. And if you are feeling called to join us, that is because you are needed. It is because there is something there for you to receive, and there is something there for the group to receive through your participation. And so I really encourage you to follow that call. And this is going to be such an amazing offering. So I'm going to give you the basic outline, and then I'm going to ask each of my collaborators here to elaborate a little bit on what it is that they will be bringing through. So we will be gathering on Sunday just before the fullness of the moon, just before the magical eclipse, as the energies are building for the eclipse. And we will be gathering on a live Zoom call. So it will look similar to how you see us here in our little boxes on the screen, except you will be there with us in your own little box on the screen. Mm-hmm. And you don't have to be on video the whole time, but you will have that opportunity to really feel that sense of togetherness that when we join together in a ritual. And so we will start off with a ritual to honor the fiery Leo full moon, the energies of the eclipse, the elementals, and each one of us. And so I invite you to come with an intention for yourself. What are you ready to let go of to make space for your healing and expansion? And then what are you stepping into as we step through the portal? There is a powerful energy portal that forms around eclipse energy. So this is a great opportunity. If you are ready to take your practice to the next level, this is a great opportunity for that. And so I will be burning, as I mentioned, I will be burning a fresh Palo Santo that I'm saving for this event, and my special copal. I feel like I want to show it to you. So magical. This was gifted to me by my pine tree friend across the way. And it's like comes in different colors. So there's also this lighter one.
Oh.
This is from the same tree. It's just different level, different parts of the tree, different ages.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's really special. And so I'm really excited to be, and I also have some other special, it's called evergreen incense from a monastery that I visited in Santa Fe, New Mexico, that I will bring, and some other white copal that comes from New Mexico. But this copal that was gifted to me directly from the tree is so special. And this tree actually is the one who, I say the one as if you already heard this story. You may have heard this story if you've been following my Tree Gong show on the Akashic Academy. But this tree shared with me when I was grieving for the fires in California, especially the one that happened in Paradise, California, which took a lot of lives with it.
Yeah,
and
my dad.
And including Teresa's biological father, and which I didn't know at the time. We just found this out recently, and but at the time I was really feeling, because that was my birthplace. I was born in Paradise. Doesn't that sound romantic? Yeah. And so I was healing my heart, and I went to visit this pine tree, and the pine tree told me fire is necessary for life. This element can be destructive, but it's also a powerful generator. So it's a part of the cycle. In the 5-element Chinese medicine theory, we talk about how the elements nourish each other. And so the fire nourishes the earth. The ashes turn into nutrients for the soil. And then the earth creates the metal element. The metal creates the channel for the water. The water nourishes the tree. And then the tree nourishes the fire. So it's a cycle that is continually regenerating. And so when I touched into that energy, I was able to transmute the grief that I was feeling into a nourishing of my heart fire. In Chinese medicine, the fire is connected with the heart. And so we will be utilizing this powerful fire energy for heart healing. And this is probably why I was inspired to offer a wing activation at this event. So after we get through the ritual portion of the event, we'll do some breath and wing activation, and then we'll move from that right into Teresa's dragon meditation, which will take us into Robyn's Reiki attunement. And then we will circle back to integrating all of these energies with some slow, mindful Qigong movements. And so this is going to be a powerful opportunity to connect to your spirit wings, your dragon, and your innate healing abilities. I really look forward to seeing who will join us for this event. So I'm going to turn it over to Teresa next so that she can share a little bit more about what does it mean to go to do a dragon meditation. A lot of people, when I say that, they're like, huh, what does that mean?
My higher self is a dragon, and I didn't know that. I was really hoping, oh, it's Kuan Yin or something. I was hoping it'd be so cool, but I found out it was a dragon. So I had to find out, what the heck do you do with a dragon? Okay, and and so that sent me on a journey of learning about dragons. And they're a very, very important energy, and they're here. They've stayed behind. They had chances to ascend, but a lot of them wanted to be here to help us at this time in our history. They're supporting us. They're being a part of it. And they work with the guardian angels. There's Archangel Michael has some. Gabriel has diamond white dragon who's got like diamond white light on their chest there, and it's all beautiful energy. I just love getting to know the dragons and how sweet they are, like getting to know a puppy. It's like, oh my God, you little dickens, you're so cute and sweet. See, here's the puppy now.
Yeah, we're just talking about that.
And so the dragons are just like getting to know them. They're beautiful, and they're such big-hearted, and they're really here to support us in so many ways. And when we go through these eclipses and gateways and things, it opens up that chakra up here. Which one? You guys remember what that one's called? Not the causal chakra, but the moon chakra.
Oh, the soul star chakra?
Yeah, that's probably it.
The one that's above the crown. Mm-hmm.
And so that becomes our personal moon, our portal, and a lot of dragons pour through that. As our energy is ascending more and more, even the unicorns are starting to come through and come back in to help us. Back in Atlantis, we each had our own dragon, and we each had our own unicorn. They are here as support, and it's beautiful. So when we go on a dragon meditation, it's often channeled. I can't try to write it out beforehand or anything. You know what I mean? It's just, it comes to me as we go. And Mayella, that's the name of my dragon, my higher self dragon. Mayella's been talking with me the last couple of days, and she's been throwing out a lot of information and ideas of things that we're going to do. But I really don't know until the day, and like you said, all the people and their energy is here, because that's what makes a difference. The meditation would be one way if it was just me and you two. But when it's all of us, the meditation comes through with so much more information and surprises and energies and stuff. And right now, I can tell you what she's talking to me about right now is cleaning up a lot of our Akash so that we have the memories that we had when we were in Lemuria. Because if we were women in Lemuria, we again are women now. And there's a reason. It's time for the feminine to come out. It's time for us to be here. And the women were the spiritual teachers then. It's time for women to take the lead in spiritual things now. Doesn't mean you have to be a biological woman. You could just have the feminine energy and still do all of these amazing things, the receiving energy and all the things. So she's bringing to me that the more we remember about our Pleiadian mothers in Lemuria, the more it'll wake up the shamanism, the daily, everyday shamanism that we knew then, so that we can once again use it at this vital time in Earth's history. So I don't know if that's where she's taken me on the meditation too, or if she's just given me that information, but it's going to be amazing. So
that sounds amazing. I'm hearing that we are, not only is each one of you who comes is going to inform the meditation, so something just for you will be coming through. And when you hear it, you'll know, oh, wow, that really resonates. That's just for me. And of course, there will be overlap because all of it will benefit all of us, but that is really special. And then to clear out all of the blocks to opening up to our innate gifts. That's what I'm hearing too. This power of, because yes, exactly. And I, it's making me think of a time when I was meditating and praying beside a beautiful creek near Mount Shasta, and I was doing breath exercises, and the trees started vibrating and glowing, and they said to me, "You are a shaman." And I was kind of like, oh, that it was a little bit scary to me. But since then, I've been more and more allowing these energies to come through me. And when we surrender to what the divine really wants to bring through our vessel, it is so magical what comes through. So I'm really excited for this meditation. It's going to be awesome. Now, Robyn, will you share with us a little bit more about what you'll be offering on Sunday?
Sure. It's funny because it's always, everything is, comes together into one. And as I was listening to you ladies share, I realized that the oneness is so profound in all of what we're offering. And, by this being a fire moon, and we're talking about the alchemy of fire, and the idea that it definitely purifies, it burns off, and it helps to, not only does the fire consume, but it's purifying in that consumption process. And as you were so accurately talking about the cycle of the 5 elements, and how everything feeds another. And we're, in this dimension that we have been born and are living in right now, and we are, experiencing, we're really indoctrinated into duality, right? Right or wrong, good or bad, that sort of thing. And, the new energy is not so much about duality, though duality plays its role in this realm, because that's what we use the understanding of that to navigate. However, there are things that we sort of perceive as bad on one hand, and certainly the kind of destruction that can happen from fire, but at the same time, the warmth that comes from it when we're cold, and you need to be warm. And so I think that energetically, what's happening with this new moon that's coming in, and what I've been hearing Gaia, share with me so much, is the idea that, we are going to be being purified during this time. It's going to be high. That's why the energy that's coming in right now is so high, and people are like feeling emptiness, sometimes just feeling vacant, like they're not even sort of like present with themselves, and it's a little disconcerting. I've heard some of my friends and clients say, also, you may be feeling anxiety, or you may be feeling depression and things like this, because when you become overwhelmed and you start going through a detox emotionally and spiritually, it's the same detox that your body experiences when you go on a fast. You get headaches, you just get a little, irritated, you can not sleep well for the first couple of days, 2 or 3 days, until the body acclimates to the detox. So that can be expected with the energies that are coming in. But with that full moon on Sunday, there'll be a culmination of this sort of fire ceremony and the burning off. And then we'll move into this. I'm hearing Gaia say we're going to move into this place of purification. And what's interesting about Reiki is that the root word for Reiki is fire in the Japanese language. And so with that root word being fire, it was so funny because I was just thinking about that this week preparing for this ceremony and this retreat that we're doing. And I was like, this is a fire moon, and the root word of Reiki is fire. You know what I mean? And so it's so appropriate with this healing energy that is coming up in all of us. And of course, fire is also the path of the heart. So when you think about the Sufis, fire is what the Sufis call it, the path of the heart, and it's the burning off. And so, our heart chakra is very much involved in this process and in this moon ceremony, as we just really need to detoxify and really clean and clear the heart, because it's our heart chakra has had to withstand so much over the lifetime in this present dimension, right? So as I was listening to you all talk, I was like, this is all like weaving itself together. So with the Reiki attunement that I'll be doing is I will be focusing on the heart chakra. We're going to focus on the fire energy of Reiki and the burning off of all that, you know, that we do not need anymore, doesn't serve us any longer, as we continue to harness and absorb the energy that is coming in, that is elevating us, and that is allowing us to expand, I like to say, but it's also considered ascension. So
Yes.
either way, one and the same. And there's just a lot of, you know, power in being able to use the energy through a clear and open conduit, you know, and that opening that heart and flushing out that heart chakra is important, and it'll be a part of all three of, you know, what we're all coming together. We're constantly talking about that heart and opening it up, and then the focus of the attunement will be that of self-healing. So one of the empowerments that I will share with the first, and it happens in Reiki 1, is when you are empowered to self-healing. And so it opens that up so that you can become your own healer. Now, does it mean you still, you know, follow the directions of your doctors and things like that? Of course, you know, but it allows to begin to open up your own connectivity to your body and to how you can begin to control the energy and the flow of it, so that so much of the everyday things that come into your space, even things like anxiety, you know, how do you go back and be able to start running that Reiki energy just to calm your own chakra pillar and begin to bring down the energy such that you can relax and calm, you know, your own anxiety and things like that. So
Awesome.
that's what I will be doing, but certainly it's like what we're all doing. It's just a different approach to, you know, the same thing. And the one thing that I also want to say, because I was sort of like just holding it all in as each of you were sharing, but what you were saying, Teresa, about the divine feminine energy, and one of the ways that I like to explain it myself to my clients, especially men and women, men too, because when you hear the divine feminine or the feminine energy is coming again, it almost sounds like, okay, now we're going to switch, you know, gears, and now it's back to the woman. And all of us as light workers and people who work with this energy know that that's not what we mean. We know that we understand the balance of it. But when the feminine energy was very present in this realm, it was that of partnership. So the feminine energy naturally is a planner. We're a planner. We are an organizer. We are, you know, we sort of kind of make the plan. And men's energy is naturally the energy of carrying out the plan. They have the strength, the ability to exercise that plan. That is the partnership of male and the woman and the feminine, the masculine, the feminine and the masculine. However, we've been sort of taught in this society that, you know, if the man dominates and he's got to make the plan, he's got to and carry it out. And that's where the dynamics kind of went into sort of like foul play, right? So the idea that the natural energy of the feminine is one that allows the masculine to be the masculine, because though we love to make the plans, we are good at making the plans and figuring out, you know, that's why we can get our kids together and get the lunches going and make, you know, get the blankets and stuff, because we're getting ready to take a long car trip and everything. And what's the guy doing? He's making sure the oil is changed and the tires are good and girding everything up. And then we get the whole family in, and we're happy. We're happy to let the guy, you know, do that masculine brawn type of thing, right? That's good. We don't want to do that, you know? And men are happy to let us get the kids together and get the food and get the thing. And when we look at the balance and the respect that comes in those relationships, it's so beautiful. So I wanted to say that in response to what you were saying as well, because I couldn't agree with you more, Teresa, with regards to how it's elevating and what that process is. And excuse my dogs, they're just busy today.
It's all good. Yeah, thank you for sharing all of that, Robyn. I was also, as you were talking, I was thinking about the Vedic teachings around the divine feminine and masculine energies. And in the Vedic teachings, the god and the goddess both have many different manifestations, but at the pure form, when I first trained in spirituality through the lens of yoga philosophy, and tantric yoga philosophy is not really necessarily focusing on sex. People think tantric means sex. Tantra actually means the fabric of the universe, the weaving together of the divine feminine and masculine energies. And it starts out as what they call the Param Shiva. Param Shiva is the oneness, which encompasses everything. And when the Shiva and the Shakti split apart, the Shiva is the divine masculine and the Shakti is the divine feminine. And when they separate, they are constantly in this dance of coming together in bliss and separating in play. And the divine masculine is the pure light of consciousness and awareness. And the divine feminine is the energy of creation that moves through that and brings it down here into the physical plane, where what they call the Leela, the play of life, is. So it's kind of like Shakespeare, all the world's a stage and all the men and women merely players. We're just going through this life expressing these energies. And yes, whether you are a man or a woman, you possess both the divine masculine and the divine feminine. And when you can bring them into balance, that's when you feel ease, and that's when the manifestation flows and the creative energy flows, and you're feeling in your power, in your sovereignty, and not pulled this way and that by everything the world has to tell you. So this is really exciting, just witnessing, just to witness how the three of us play off of each other in these little short videos, which always seem to be longer than expected because we have so much fun. It's really exciting to me to see what's going to come on Sunday. And so I'm
Can you reiterate the times again? Sunday, the 21st, just so our audience will hear you say it. I know you have it in the notes as well.
Yeah, and I will make sure, and we did have a question here. When is this going to be?
Yeah.
So sure, we'll go right there next, since we have a question here and from you. So Sunday the 20th, which is just the day after tomorrow now, and it will be at noon Pacific time, 3 p.m. Eastern time. So Robyn and Teresa are right in the middle of that at 1 and 2. And so wherever you are, most people can translate their time into Eastern Standard Time. So I always make sure I give the Eastern time. And then wherever you are in the world, you can figure out what that translates to for you. And there will also be a recording included. So all of these things we just described, the wing activation, the ritual, the dragon meditation, the Reiki attunement, the Qigong movements to integrate these energies and turn on even more of your innate healing powers, because that's what Qigong does. As one of my teachers, Dr. Roger Yanka, says, when we practice Qigong, when we practice the breath, the movement, and the mindfulness, it creates the golden elixir of immortality. And then we can focus on where we need that healing power within ourselves. And with the Reiki, we'll really have a special tool to be able to focus that power within yourself, because the body has the power to heal. And the mind is a powerful tool when we use it in the way of directing these energies. And then the breath is just so important. It comes in to all of these things we do.
Yeah, absolutely.
And so all of this, 2 hours live with the three of us sharing our gifts for only $77.
Yes.
And we are going to enter you into a drawing. If you
Yes.
register by the end of today, and I was thinking about when is the cutoff earlier, and I thought, well, Pacific time is one of the earliest or the last ones to come, I'm sorry.
Exactly.
And so if it's midnight Pacific time, that seems pretty fair. But if you're in Hawaii and you tell me, hey, it was still Friday when I registered in Hawaii, I'll give it to you too. So register by the end of Friday, or the end of today, and you will be entered into a drawing to win a session with one of the three of us. So there will be 3 opportunities to win.
Yes.
3 of you will win a session with each of us. And after I check in with the comments, I'm going to go a little bit more into what it is that you will be winning. Linda has dragon wings and a dragon, yes. And why am I not surprised, Linda, that you have already connected with your dragon self and your cherub wings? So this, if you join us on Sunday, this will be an opportunity to really explore what can you do with those wings. We're going to talk about that, as well as activating the wings. We're going to talk about how we can use them for healing and expansion. And I love this comment. Let me see if I can find the way to take it up. When a fire goes through the forest, it opens up the undergrowth and allows new plants and larger animals to flourish. So with fire coming into us, will also open us up and allow new growth and expansion. Wow, couldn't have said it better myself. So beautifully said. Thank you, Hodi.
Yes.
I really hope you will join us with your beautiful energy. Hello, beautiful Nita. And we have Rachel here. Aches and pains, what can help? We will come back to touching on that a little bit more after we get through these comments. Glad you got here, Cindy. And yeah, this is so Rachel, what we're offering really has helped a lot of people with arthritis, with aches and pains. And I really hope that you can join us, because if you turn on that innate healing, it doesn't always, sometimes it magically happens all at once. And then it still needs to be continued over time. But this is something that does help when you dedicate yourself to the practice. And we can each share some of our experiences with that, because I'm sure that all of us have had experiences with how these practices have helped us to heal and to ease the aches and pains, sometimes magically in the moment, and other times slowly over time, especially if it's been there for a long time. It takes a dedication to the practice. I don't like to say that it takes a long time, because time is a construct.
Yeah.
And yet it can take a lot of dedication. And hello to Sue. I know I put Linda says she's going to be there. Yay. That's so exciting.
Awesome.
Nice.
Cindy, I understand sometimes funds get in the way, and I'm really grateful for your energy here with us today. And let's connect. Okay, so coming back to Rachel, yeah, this has been something you've been carrying with you for a while. And so I really invite you into the belief that you can be free of this pain, because sometimes we get so frustrated and so used to the pain that it seems like nothing will help us, and we get then we get into this cycle, the vicious cycle of, oh, it hurts, oh, it's frustrating. So the first step is really to believe that it's possible. So let's come into that for a moment. I'm going to invite everyone here to take some breaths with us right now. I'm actually going to light my little nubbin of Palo Santo again because I'm feeling like I want to clear out self-limiting beliefs that are creating a holding on to pain. And sometimes there's a gift in the pain that we haven't received yet. And so let's take some breaths together, opening up to the belief that this pain can be released. And then with the utmost loving kindness and compassion for yourself, ask what gift of awareness can this pain bring to me in the process of releasing it? And sometimes even the power of the breath can bring a little bit of relief. So take the deepest breath you can and imagine you can breathe with, if there's a particular place that is shouting the loudest at you, imagine you can breathe right into that muscle or into that joint. And the breath is opening a space around the pain, giving it room to breathe, giving it room to soften. And with the exhale, relaxing around that space. Let's do 2 more breaths like this. Opening a space around the pain, allowing the healing life force energy to flow in, and then relaxing with the exhale, letting the toxic old energy flow out. I'm actually feeling called to get up and do a little bit of movement. So bear with me as I adjust my camera here. So just take your hands in front of you and rub them together. You can do this sitting or standing. We're creating a fire of healing between our hands right now. So rub them even a little faster. And now relax, just relax without moving and just feel the energy that you've generated between your palms as they just naturally come apart a little bit. Maybe there's a tingling vibration. Maybe there's a magnetic feeling. And then just begin to breathe into that space between your hands, expanding with the inhale. Relax the shoulders on the exhale as they float naturally closer together. Again, inhale, expand the space. Exhale, relax the shoulders, relax the hands, the wrists, the legs, the hips. Again, inhale, expand. Visualize the energy between your hands is growing stronger each time you breathe. Each time you inhale, it's like you're stretching it out. Each time you exhale, it's condensing and growing stronger. Do 3 more breaths like this. One more. Hopefully my counting isn't too far off for y'all. Let's do one more just in case. Relax any place where you're feeling tension or pain. Send this relaxation there. Now one more time, rub the hands together, create that fire, that heat. And ask, where do I need this the most in my body? There may be more than one place, but let's just go to wherever your awareness moves you to first. As you complete this time, bring your hands onto the place that needs healing and just receive that warmth, that heat, that fire that you created for yourself. breathe at the same breath, the expanding on the inhale and softening on the exhale. And if your body wants to make any subtle movements, allow that. Now rub this place and brush it off. You can rub and brush any place else that your body wants. And just shake it out. Coming back into your present moment. Hopefully that helped a little bit. We're going to give you a lot more tools on Sunday. So I really look forward to who is called to join us. And before we go, I want to share really briefly, what are the opportunities to win when you register?
Can I just follow up on what you just did too, please?
Oh, yes, of course. I had intended that.
No. It's okay. I just wanted to share what was coming for me as you were running the energy. And I think what's important for any of our listeners to really understand, and it's something that I obviously share with my clients, I know you guys do as well, that nothing is a magic pill. Nothing is a magic pill. I mean, even, and it's easy to say that when you're talking about the esoteric sciences, because then one thinks, well, it's easy for you to say that because you can't prove anything, you know what I mean? Until the individual actually has their own results, right? And then they can say, wow, I've done everything, and now they haven't done this has made a difference in my life, correct? But the same is true for the pharmaceutical industry. There's not just one pill. When you go to the doctors, they don't have just one pill. They don't write out a prescription and say, this one pill, just take one of them and you're going to be healed. No, right, exactly. They prescribe 30 days of something. And then if that doesn't work, then you come back, oh, that didn't work. Okay, well, let's change it to this one. 30 days of that, oh, that didn't work. Okay, well, you know what I'm saying? The point is even when we deal with allopathic medicine, there's just not one thing they do and cure us, because if they did, we wouldn't be dealing with conditions like the arthritis or heart conditions or, various other pains and all of the different things, that we're dealing with, stomach problems and anxiety issues. Because if they had that answer, it would be one thing and it's done. Well, the same is true with esoteric. If you go to someone who is doing, healing, a certain healing modality, you just can't go one time, because it's not going to do anything any more than if you, like if you go and get a massage, you've had an automobile accident and your insurance sends you to get certain massages or acupuncture. You don't go one time. They give you a prescription for you to go for a number of treatments based upon what that practitioner says. Oh, if you go with once a week for 3 months, we should begin to see benefits. Well, that's how these sciences work, that it doesn't happen with one thing. And I think the problem in the healing community of the esoteric sciences, in a way, we kind of got a little bit of a bad rap, because it's almost like, well, I did that one time, or I did that one time and it didn't work. Well, it's not necessarily going to, like anything else. And like you were saying, Kiara, sometimes there is instantaneous healings, but that's because that person was already maybe doing some work, or their mindset is set that they're willing to receive it, and they get a download and something happens incredibly quickly, like is discussed in a lot of the miracles that we read in various traditions, right? So I want to say that, because sometimes when we come on, and I find that even in my own shows and in my own work, that people will sort of look at it like that. Well, this didn't work, that didn't work. Well, my question is, how long did you do it? What did you do it in compliance with? What else was going on? Et cetera, because I have to ask the same questions that a medical doctor would ask. I need to know what's going on for you to really help in that healing. So I think that's important to say. And then the last thing I want to say, because what the mother was saying with regards to what we were doing just now with the pushing out the healing energy. a lot of times, and what we're dealing with right now is a lot of these energies have to do with not realizing the soul's purpose. And what happens is the soul comes in and embodies this avatar. And then we live it the way we sort of want to live it, or the way society teaches us to do it.
Yes.
And we have these little impulses to do something different, to try something, to go out there, but we don't follow it. And after a while, the soul is trying to wake us up. Hey, we have a purpose here. And when that starts locking down into this physical avatar, that's a lot of times when we start experiencing pains, other illnesses, things come in because our soul's purpose isn't being realized. And I know that may seem esoteric and it may seem like, but the truth of the matter
beautiful.
is exactly, you know, and it's like anything when you kind of bottle up, you know, energy, it starts turning in on itself, you know? So sometimes what I'm hearing is what's important is that it's important for you to ask yourself some of the critical questions, because we are where we are with, I do that with my own pain. When I have aches and pains in my body, I ask myself, what is going on for me that I'm at this place?
Yes.
And that's where some of the releasing of my own paradigm, my own way of thinking occurs as it moves into being able to work with a practitioner to help heal myself. When I go to get my acupuncture, my acupuncturist doesn't just start sticking needles in me. She starts asking me questions. What's going on? How this, how are you thinking, Robyn? I feel like there's a block on your right side, but yet maybe the energy was on my left side, you see? So these all play a role. And I want to say that because I'm a very real kind of person, and I don't believe in leading people astray. And there's no easy answers to this, but only you can decide what your course of action is, what feels right to you. And when you do, move on with it. And what's important is if it works for someone else and it doesn't work for you, then that's good too. It's telling you to continue to find the course that's going to work for you, but it doesn't not validate the fact that it may have worked for someone else. And that's part of our healing as well, is allowing all of us the freedom to express what works for us and what doesn't work, but doing it from the standpoint of love, because then our own healing continues. So I wanted to say that as we move into on our show on Sunday, no false expectations about coming on Sunday and everything's going to be great at the end of it. We don't know that, but all we can do is just give you
it'll be a big boost.
Love, yes, and do the best. And if you come with your heart open and your mind open, I can guarantee you will walk away with new resolve and a new way of looking at it, and some and hopefully, definitely, a lot of clearing. So
yes, and perhaps some insight. And I just want to second what Robyn said about how nothing is, or sometimes, like I said, sometimes there's instantaneous healing, but even when that happens, there needs to be a follow through. I used to work as a massage therapist, and it's the same thing. When I've received massage or acupuncture or chiropractic work, I've also witnessed this in my own body. If I support it with my own practice, then it works. If I expect someone else to fix me, then I just keep going back and trying, and it's like, gosh, this isn't working, or I think it works, but then the pain just comes back. Right. And so I really want to encourage you to explore a personal practice that you can support your healing with. And that's where like coming on Sunday can give you some tools. But if you really want to, if you are really ready to be done with the pain and walk forward into your complete healing, then I encourage you to explore a practice that you can integrate. And this is how, when I do healing work with my one-on-one clients, I do direct energy healing, where I offer my energy, or not really my energy, but my connection to source energy and my knowledge of how to clear out blocks. And I work with your energy bodies, with all of your energy bodies directly. And then I give you exercises to follow up with. And that's where the real healing happens, is when you dedicate to doing that daily practice. So I had said I was going to give everyone a chance to chime in. So Teresa, did you want to chime in on this before we share about the...
Yeah, Kiara, I had a healing with Kiara. And what she did was she scanned my body like the way she does. I mean, she's amazing, this medical qigong stuff, right? And she went in, and I've had this right here, the bone, for like over 2 years. Once it was crunchy when I lay down on that side. And then by the time I got to Tennessee, it was so painful I couldn't sleep on it no more at all. I can only lay on my back or my side. And so I had to give up sleeping on this side. And then she went in and she could feel like this is my right side. And she could feel it had to do with a fatherly energy. And me, I'm always trying to figure out, is it my real dad or my stepdad? In this case, it was my stepdad, because I never met my real biological father. And so she told me that I had to work on that issue. And so I didn't know. It's like, okay, I want to work on this. I'm not going to call him on the phone and make peace or nothing. What am I going to do? Well, what I did was I had the compassion. Like me, my father wants to be loved. Like me, my father wants people to enjoy what he says. Like me, just everything that I could think of that we had similar, I would do that. And within 3 days, the pain started to go away. And I'm thinking, whoa, I'm feeling all the energy and the excitement of this. I'm going, whoa. And I kept doing it and kept doing it. And by the end of 2 weeks, that pain is gone. Now, since Monday, I found out about my biological father dying in those fires. I never met the guy. Was searching for him forever. It's like my sister sends me the thing, oh, look, we finally found him. It's like, oh, great. And so I took 2 days off from being online because I wanted to go ahead and deal with the grief. At first, I didn't think I'd have any. Woke up the next morning, realized, oh my God, I have grief after all. The pains started again, and I started waking up in the night with anxiety. You know, when you wake up and you're like catching your breath. And so I started having all these symptoms come back. And so I spent the day talking the other day as if he was in the room with me. Give me a sign if you are. You know, I was willing, and I was talking, and, I realized I did have a bit of bitterness. I did have a bit of issues, rejection. There was a few things that came up that they come up a lot in my life, but I could see now where they started. And so that was the blessing. Remember how we're looking for the blessings of our pain? So I got to see that. So now I get to go through and, well, like me, my father, and then I'll have to go through and do that to help the pain go away again. So it wasn't a one-time thing. It was a thing enough to let it affect me, to affect my thinking, so that I could change my thinking. So it's our belief systems that hold us to the pain, or hold us to our own prisons. And so it's great to work on that. And that's why I'm saying it's beautiful, the things that we do, and the way nature and our innate parts of us speak to us. It's beautiful to get these messages. Like we think pain, it's pain, pop a pill. No, there's so much more to learn. And this is what I love about what we all do. Isn't that beautiful?
Yes, awesome. Definitely.
Yes. Thank you so much for sharing that, Teresa. So beautiful. So we've been on here for a whole hour, so we're going to wrap it up pretty soon. But I do want to make sure we get a chance to share with all of you. When you register for the event on Sunday, by the end of today, by the end of Friday, you get your registration in and sign up for this amazing virtual retreat on Sunday. We will enter you into a drawing, and so you will win one of 3 sessions. So the session with myself, if you win the session that I will be offering, then we will do a healing session like Teresa and I were just describing, where we will come together on a video call. I will we will go into a meditation together. I will connect with your energy fields. I will first go through the outer energy bodies and then come in. There are 3 outer energy bodies, and then I come into the meridians, the chakras, even the organ systems.
Yes, yes.
And I do whatever clearing or purging of toxic or turbid energies is needed. I re-energize and balance with true source energy. And in that process, I'm gathering information to offer you a simple daily practice that will help the healing to continue. So that is what you will receive if you get a session with me. And then you also can win a session with the lovely Teresa. And what will that look like, Teresa?
Well, what I feel compelled to do, because I'm excited, is I'm going to pull you a dragon. Like we'll meet on a video call, just like Kara says. And I am going to pull a card that is just right for you, because we'll go into meditation. We'll call upon your guides and your spirit guides, and we'll call upon the dragons. I'm going to pull a dragon card for you and take you on a personal meditation for all that healing, all the benefits that dragon has for you to fortify you to go back out into your life, because that's what it's all about, healing us first so that we can then turn around and go out. So that's what we're going to do, and it'll be about 30 to 40 minutes, and I love it. It's my favorite.
Awesome. And then Robyn, if they win a session with you, what will that look like?
It'll be what I call a soul coaching session. So the way I work with a lot of my clients is that you'll have the opportunity to come with one major question. We'll work together about a half an hour or so. So we generally one, compelling question that you're wanting to get some answers. You really want to kind of connect with your higher self, go into the Akashic records, and really kind of determine what your higher self is directing and guiding you in some sort of major life issue or something that you want to work through. I do it a lot with we'll access through the channel deck that I use on my own show, Conversations with Gaia, which is here on Akashic Academy. So we work with the cards, which is Gaia and Earth energy. So we're dealing with a lot of the divine feminine that's coming from the planet. And that is the way in which I access the Akashic records to help you get answers to the questions. And it's not, this is not like oracle reading. It's not like I'm reading something and telling you. It's very interactive. I ask you questions, you get to answer, you go back and forth. I'm constantly asking you, does that feel right? Does that sound right? If it doesn't, it means that we need to dig deeper. And so at the end of that half an hour or so, you will have really been able to connect with your own emotional self and your own higher self to not only access the answer to that question, but to begin to have an ongoing dialogue even after our session around those topics, because you'll be able to connect a little bit more profoundly with that aspect of yourself.
Beautiful.
Wow, that sounds amazing. I'm like, I want to be in the hat. This sounds so much fun.
Exactly.
Yeah. So don't wait. Get your tickets to this amazing event. It's really unbelievable that for just $77, you will get this personalized attention on our video call on Sunday. Oh, the opening of this portal is going to be a powerful opportunity regardless. And if you choose to step into this work, you will just, I'm feeling that wing energy coming in again. And I'm like, we're just going to be taking off. This is going to be so much fun. And to turn on your innate healing capacity at a higher level, even if you're already using Reiki, you will be accessing a deeper level of your innate healing abilities. You will be having an opportunity to really go deep into heart healing and open up to the pure, unconditional love that is your birthright. You know how they say God is love? It just came through me today. I've had an even deeper heart opening this week, and as I was coming into my house after dropping my son off this morning from school, it's funny, I said he is, as if I was speaking for God. I guess that is what was happening, because it came through me so strongly. Love really is eternal. So when we connect to this pure, unconditional love vibration that is God within us, God, Goddess, true source energy, however you want to call it, that is your eternal self speaking to you. And it is so beautiful. And then you can look into the mirror and see your true beauty, your innate beauty that is that love. And you can reflect love to your own heart. It is just such a beautiful experience that I want to share with everyone in the world. And so each one of you that I can touch, I just feel so much gratitude.
Yes.
And so really, to receive these offerings from the three of us, like, the value is infinite. So for $77, you're receiving just infinite value from the three of us. And then to have that opportunity to have one-on-one time with one of us, it's just such a blessing. So anything else you ladies want to share before we sign off?
Yes, I would like to also say, because I noticed in a couple of the comments that people said that they would love to be here, but it's not in their budget. It's not in, at this point. And so what I also want you to invite those of you who cannot come in this month because of whatever your financial obligations are, is that, there's always an exchange of energy that's going on in the nature, right? Nature is just an exchange of energy. And it just turns out that in this dimension, physical dollars is one of the currency, which is why it's called currency. There's no accident of why they titled it currency, because it is an exchange of energy. And so when you put in a dollar amount on something, what you're basically doing when we come together, there is an exchange of all of our energy, and that currency flows, and it flows around. However, for those of you who can't physically join us on the Zoom during this same time period, on Sunday, 12 p.m. Pacific time, you can sit in your home, relax, just go into a space of quietude, however you quiet yourself down, and connect with us. You will be able to still connect with the energy, because it is the intention that is so important. We don't own this energy. What we're doing in this show and in this retreat that's coming up is that we're harnessing it and directing it to those who are present, who will receive and will be able to kind of, connect back and forth with us. And so maybe it's a slightly more direct current, but it's still out there. That energy is still there. And so I invite those of you who cannot so much afford, still sit and intend to connect with us. And based on where you are in your own heart space and your own desire, you will receive energy. And I honestly believe, and what I hear Gaia saying, you're going to get a surprise. You're going to feel some things in some ways that you wouldn't think possible, because she really wants you to understand that she's present and that she's there, and that she's a force to be reckoned with as this planet continues to evolve and continues to upgrade us. So please, please, please don't allow yourself to think because you do not have the money, you cannot connect with energy that is available. And those who are able to be present will be present, and they will have a different type of connection to the energy and what have you. And it's all fair. It's just all the way the flow goes. But I'm just one of these people that is always an advocate for you to understand that I don't personally own any of this. Kiara, Teresa, we don't personally own any of it. So if we have a fire moon and you have connected with us today, and you connect with Kiara and Teresa all, over these months, you're a part of this tribe. And so if you sit down and relax, you'll still be able to connect with us, because it's not just about this avatar. So I invite you to try that and invite you to be a part of this relationship regardless of the idea of money, because that's the thing that really is a huge paradigm that we must break up, and not allow that to limit our activity in this realm. So I just wanted to share that from a standpoint of love and invite and encouragement as well.
Thank you so much, Robyn. You are such a blessing to this world. I'm so grateful that we get to spend time together in this way and share energy. And I am absolutely in full accord with everything you said. It is so very true. If you have that inspiration, then you can also receive energy from our efforts. This energy is going to be amplified and expanded, and we will be setting the intention in our ritual that it really blesses all sentient beings.
Yes.
And it's available to all. So if you bring your awareness into receiving it, it will be amplified within you as well. And I'm really excited to see who's going to be there with us live. It's going to be so much fun. And
it's going to be awesome.
Yes, thank you so much, each and every one of you. Whether you're watching this live or watching the replay, please connect with us and share your light. We are so grateful to have this opportunity to share with all of you. And you are, each and every one of you, valued for your unique offering to this world.
Yes.
So thank you so much. Thank you, Teresa and Robyn. It is such a pleasure to work with you. And I look forward to seeing you on Sunday.
Yay.
Many blessings, love, and light to all.